I'd like to start with just a recap from Saturday. Certainly, it's not the outcome that we wanted, but you look at your football team and you look at how they prepare and then how they compete. Proud of the way we competed. Football team went on the road against a top 10 team where you have to play your absolute best to beat a team like Alabama that is certainly an elite program. But all the tenets and all the principles of playing this game start about your preparation and then your compete level. You've got to make plays. We got the game into the fourth quarter with a chance to win the game. And unfortunately, we had a deflected pass that set Alabama up on the 25-yard line, which they were able to take advantage of that and extend the game to 14 points. But again, the fight, just the way our guys handled the moment, being in that environment, it's another step that we want to get to. We want to win those games. But again, I was really proud of our football team in the compete level. We've got to coach better in those situations, and we've got to make some more plays, certainly. But I told the team after the game, we did some really good things, but you have to be elite on the road. You have to be elite to beat teams like that, and we're certainly not there yet, but we're closing the gap. And I know nobody wants to hear that. They want to be elite right now, but that team's 45-5 over the last 50 games. They won a national championship, and we're the runners-up. Over the same 50 games, we don't have the same record, but we're going to get there. We're going to get to elite, and we're going to continue to build it and get to that. We need to move on, which we have. Today we'll meet with our football team and turn the page and get ready for Florida. Great rivalry game, an opportunity to play at Tiger Stadium, and certainly for us the challenge of winning a football game in the SEC. They're very difficult to come by, and this is a game that has always been closely fought. I think 7 of the last games have been decided by one score. So this will be another great game in Tiger Stadium. I think the things that stand out for me in terms of Florida, some great wins. Obviously, the Tennessee win's a great win. The offensive production by Graham Mertz this year, 17 touchdowns, 2,500 yards. He's thrown at 75% completion, outstanding. The running game is as good as there is in the SEC with Johnson and Etienne. And Pearsall and Wilson, the freshmen, 2 outstanding wide receivers. So this is a really good offense. It's really built on the running game, play action. They'll take some shots. They've got really an elusive runner in Wilson when he's got the football in his hands, and then a big play guy in Pearsall. Defensively, again, they're playing a lot of young guys on defense, athletic, and can run to the football. And again, they're looking to build on some really good performances they've had during the year. So again, this will be a great matchup, and one that certainly our kids want to be able to be home in Tiger Stadium against a rivalry game like this. So with that, we'll open up to questions.
Yeah, Coach, here on the right, the status of Jayden Daniels this week and what the plans are for him, and then your thoughts now that on the hit and anything that y'all might review at the office.
Yeah, I think I would consider him day to day. He's going through the injury protocol, and he's made improvements. But this is a process that we'll just have to, see how it plays out from day to day, but I can tell you that he's made some progress. Yeah, look, we want to protect the quarterback, and certainly there was a penalty on the play. Targeting is looked at by the replay officials. They had plenty of time. I think we even went to, there was a timeout there as well. So there was plenty of time to look at it. They must have felt that there wasn't targeting. We sent it into the league office because we felt like it checked all the boxes. But again, we want to protect the quarterback here, obviously.
After looking at the tape, anything defensively that maybe you felt schematically you could have helped your team with?
Oh, absolutely. I think you're always looking at things that you can, do over. Hindsight is 20/20, right? Could we have spied the quarterback? Absolutely. There were third down situations that, third and long that clearly we felt like we wanted to be in, more coverage, and we felt like our unit pass rush could keep him in the pocket. That did not prove to be the case. I would say that was probably, the number one thing in terms of if we had to do some things coaching-wise differently, we probably would have employed a spy technique.
Brian, down here in the front. Just at this point in the season, how would you evaluate the performance of your defensive coaches to this point?
Look, we're playing the players that are best suited to get the time necessary, and I think they're developing. I thought we did a heck of a job battling a big and powerful offensive unit against Alabama. I thought our defensive line was battling and was physical. They didn't knock us off the ball. A lot of their running game, we had one misfit in the B gap, and the quarterback ran on us. So I think coming off a shutout against Army, coming off a really good performance against Auburn, and then the back end of the Missouri game, I think there's been really good progress from a defensive standpoint. That was a team that played very well, and we set their offense up on the 25-yard line, and then we didn't convert a fourth down, which gave them a half field to deal with on a fourth down that we didn't make as well. So overall, as I mentioned, could we have made a couple of calls to get the quarterback spied? Absolutely. But we're making the kind of progress that I need to see from a defensive standpoint.
Coach, piggybacking off what Wilson just asked, in the offseason, I know it's kind of an offseason deal, how much of a deep dive will you do as far as defensively? And do you think it's a big fix, a little fix, or somewhere in between?
Yeah, we're going to save those questions, and I respect the question, but my focus is on Florida right now and stopping their inside zone game. That really is. I respect the question, and certainly there's going to be a time for those questions, and we'll answer those questions. But my mind is really wrapped around getting another win, playing at a high level, and beating Florida right now.
Just from the running game perspective, outside of Jayden, it just seemed that you guys weren't able to get as much push against them. Just what did you see from the run game, and just how do you kind of get that back on track?
Yeah, look, we got behind. We didn't throw the ball in the fourth quarter, I don't think, at all. Run the ball at all in the fourth quarter. So, I think some of it is, skewed a little bit based upon, the circumstances within the game. They're stout, they're physical. We felt like it was going to be one of the better defenses that we have seen. But yeah, I think we'll continue to evolve from an offensive standpoint in terms of looking at things that we can do in the running game. I think they were very stingy, and we'll have to continue to evaluate where we need to go.
How important is this week for Garrett, especially just for the potential that he could start in this game and mentally prepare to get those starter reps?
I think every week has been important for him in terms of preparation. Certainly, we're going to make sure that he is ready. There's some things we got to clean up, and he knows it. So, yeah, I would say that he clearly recognizes that there's some things that he's got to do better during practice, and he's up for it, and I'm sure he's excited about it.